Hello, welcome to Harmony of Spices. Today we will bake a super simple and delicious apple cinnamon cake with pecans. Check it out. When baking, it's extremely important that all ingredients are in room temperature unless the recipe calls otherwise. So all the ingredients I'm going to use for making this cake has been sitting outside to bring it to a room temperature. So here's some butter that I've taken. The way to bring a butter to a room temperature is simply leave the butter outside the refrigerator or in a room temperature for a few hours. Do not heat it up directly through a microwave or on a stove top trying to bring it to a room temperature. I'm using a standing mixer, but you can do either standing mixer or hand mixer. So first I'm going to break the butter, just mix it up real quick, and then adding sugar to this. So this creaming process between the butter and sugar is another very important part of baking a perfect cake. This is being mixed. Make sure you scrape it down in between and put them together for a proper mixing. Do not underdo or overdo the mixing part. Roughly around 4 minutes on a medium speed will do a perfect job. I've taken some apples here, so in between, let's peel the apple and shred the apple. We roughly need around one and a half cup of apples, which is like 2 medium apples. The creaming process is done. It's been 4 minutes. If you look at it, it has a pale yellow color, and that's the color you want to look for. You don't want it to be white and you don't want it to be yellow. So this is now ready to mix for the rest of the ingredients. Now this is 2 eggs brought to room temperature, and I'm gonna add one by one. Beating the eggs with the butter and sugar is also a very important step. I'm gonna leave it on medium speed for roughly around 5 minutes. In between, let's get all the dry ingredients ready. Let's take some all-purpose flour and sift it so there's no clumps in it. Some cinnamon powder, baking soda, and salt. So now all the dry ingredients are ready. Let's give a quick whisk to mix it together. The eggs with the butter and sugar has got really mixed well, and it's nice and fluffy, ready for the rest of the ingredients to be mixed in. Now let's slowly add the dry ingredients into it. This does not need a lot of mixing, just need a gentle mix to make sure that this is all well and mixed. Now we have all the dry ingredients with the butter, egg and sugar together. Now I'm going to remove it from the standing mixer and fold it in with hands for the rest of the ingredients. Here's some shredded apple, which we can fold them into it nicely. Some vanilla essence and some chopped pecans. So if you don't have pecans, you can always use some walnuts instead. Fold in everything nice and well into it. Now here's our cake mixture ready. As you can see, it's a thick mixture, but the cake is going to turn out really nice and soft. I've taken a 9-inch pan with a butter paper on it, and I have some butter on top of the paper. Now let's pour the mixture into the pan and level it evenly well. My baking oven is preheating to 350 Fahrenheit. Once you finish leveling it, tap it a couple times on the table so there's no air bubbles caught in between the mixture. Now let's put it for baking for roughly around 40 minutes. Make sure before you're taking it out of the oven, you use a toothpick and make sure there is no dough uncooked. Now our cake is ready. I'm going to allow it to cool before I start slicing it. Here's a super delicious and very simple apple cinnamon pecan cake ready. You must try it, especially if you're not into baking. This is very easy. You will love this one. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for watching Harmony of Spices.